like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Oh, dog around this mud. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, Espimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. That's for all the dogs.
Let's go.
No Drake intended, no Diddy intended.
All right, the dog's getting buried. Here comes K with all these nines. You're going to see Pet Cemetery.
It's crazy. Bum. Because how long we had the show? At least like weekly or daily?
A year.
So a year? 2 years?
Yeah.
22?
At least a year.
For sure over a year.
For sure over a year.
Sure over a year.
It was summer of 2022.
Summer of 69.
Summer,
Either way, have you guys ever noticed
2022.
Wednesdays are like the dead day? Typically?
Yeah.
Like for topics and stuff like
Well,
that?
Brad Holmes
And today they're just like, wow.
blessed us with some topics.
Wow.
Because money got spent, bags got secured, boys got re-upped. Lions ready to go.
Pay those men that
$50
money.
million.
For fun.
$50 million. The Lions made two of their guys the highest paid at their positions, respectively. Amon-Ra St. Brown is
Congratulations, you just
officially the
got Amon-Ra
highest
St.
paid
Clown.
wide receiver per guaranteed money in the NFL. Penei Sewell is now the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. Much deserved for both of these gentlemen. We are going to go into it deeper as we roll out the show, but easy initial reactions.
Initial reactions. Shit, son. I understand where like there's probably going to be a little bit of discourse in the Amon-Ra St. Brown contract just because of like it feels like these receivers come out every single year, but this guy has truly consistently been top 5 at least in the past 2 years, and I assume he's going to continue that way. I don't see any drop off coming soon. This guy deserves it. And again, I don't want to go too deep into it because, like you said, we got his topics, but I think he's a dog. I think he's an absolute fucking pit bull of a human being. He's everything you want to represent this regime and the change. And he's deserved that money at the very least. I would say that. And then Penei Sewell, the reigning, defending, pound for pound heavyweight champion of the world, the best offensive tackle in the league.
The best.
Can play right, can play left.
He can.
And he's best at both.
He's best at
He's
both.
fucking cold, man, and he's just
Tristan
another guy
Wirfs,
who deserves it.
hold his nuts. Darashaw, hold his nuts.
That's the shit. That's the shit. All right, fuck it. Let's just do it. Or we can reiterate it. But like, how the genius in this of Brad re-signing Penei, extending Penei, I should say, before those contracts came out.
Before them hit.
Because those are both two guys, when they get extended, they're probably going to reset the market. Or at least be right there. So, like, Brad beating them to the punch before it happens twice over with both those human beings.
It's
Listen,
just Brad being Brad.
hey, and
Got the Penei deal in before Wirfs and Darashaw. He got the Amon-Ra deal in before T. Higgins, Ayuk, CeeDee Lamb,
Yep.
Jamar Chase,
Jefferson.
all of those guys. Because guess what? These guys are going to be the top paid players at the position for a whole, 2 weeks. And then those other contracts are about to hit.
I saw it before the show even started. I think it was Just a Fan. Shout out. Commented, I can't wait to see Eazy stroking out over these money or over the deals, whatever it is. If a guy like Penei Sewell's getting that contract, I have no issue with it. As a matter of fact, I was arguing, not really arguing, I was kind of in and out because I was at work, but in the BDE chat, someone said that it was cheap. I think it was KG. KG, my guy. That's not a cheap deal.
Not a cheap deal.
At all. However, I know Penei's isn't technically cheap either because it's the highest paid contract at the position. But
Penei
it's
Sewell is
cheap
pound for
when
pound the
you
best
think
player in
about
the league.
Tristan Wirfs didn't resign, like I said before. Darashaw didn't resign.
Yes.
Like it's also only like what, 2 million, 3 million more
Yeah.
than Tunzel. I think they had the highest deal beforehand. That's a higher cap hit too. I'm sorry, salary cap to work with. Like it was Brad getting ahead of that one was the biggest. Because as you said, as you've been saying, I'm giving you due credit. He's the best offensive lineman in the league.
Yes, he is.
If not lineman, for damn sure the best offensive tackle.
Best
And
offensive-
I'm
best
talking
offensive
right
lineman,
or
period.
left. He could do it both. Where do you want it? He's gonna give it to you.
How do you want it?
Listen, we go on and on about that one. Let's just bullshit for a minute. Unless, do you guys want your initial reaction real quick? You want to save them? Save them because we kind of dump too much.
I got a lot more to say, but let's fucking go,
Let's go,
baby.
baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What a massive news dump. 2 all pros. Let's go. I'm fired up. I know we're going to dive into it, but let's go.
Speaking of guys getting paid, Reggie Bush got paid and finally got his Heisman Trophy back. That's one of my favorite all-time players. I think the second jersey I've ever owned as an NFL fan. And well deserved, because although yes they paid him to end at college, he still put in the work to earn the Heisman. That was completely stupid.
Yes.
For them to strip that away from him. Like, take something away from the university. They're the ones that decide to pay the kid. He's just a fucking kid.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Kid just getting a bag and being the best player in the league. And good for Reggie Bush to get his Heisman back. Well deserved. He was the best player in college football, and now he's just cemented that he gets that Heisman back. We saw it happen. Like Neil said, I saw him get the award, so you can't take that away from me. I'm glad he got it back. I'm glad college football got their heads out of their asses and gave the man the award that he already earned. So,
Amen.
good for Reggie Bush.
Good for Reggie Bush. Also, never mind, we're not going there. I should have screen grabbed this or screenshot it, but did you see the Dan Campbell quote on golfing?
No.
So Jared Goff was at what big golf event was just a few weeks ago? The Masters, was
Yes.
it? Jared Goff was there. They interviewed him. They asked him about Dan Campbell's golf game. Has he ever been golfing with Dan Campbell? And he's like, I don't know if there's enough physicality for Dan. I don't know if golf is his game. And then Dan Campbell, in true Kendrick and Drake, rebuttal fashion,
Busted back?
hit the airways today, busting back. He said, if there's beer, I'm there.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, that's the best part about golf. Go out, flying around the cart, slamming beers with the boys, ripping some blunts, and trying to hit the ball as hard as you can, dude. That's what it's all about.
Honest to God. Actually, last time I went, I think it was only the second time I went. And shout out to Jesse. But we were all getting fucked up, smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
And I suck. We're like holding other guys up. And we just asked the kid if he just wanted to join us or whatever. He was like, yeah. And I'm like in the cart smoking. I'm like, yeah, you want to hit this? He's like, I work for the government. I'm like, oh, my bad. I was like, what do you do? He was like some fucking...
I'm a cop.
Yeah. He was like,
I'm
some,
DEA.
yeah, he was something crazy.
Shit.
I was like, oh, he's like, it's cool. We're having a good time. I was all right.
I'm ATF.
Yeah, I'm like,
No,
Nice.
it's a good time, man.
Congratulations.
Always love out
You
there.
played
The
yourself.
cart girl better be wearing something tight, but it's a good
You
time.
know what? Let me hit that.
Good time out there. I love golfing. Can't wait to get out there pretty soon.
I don't want to get, I guess, forgotten about. And I don't even know if I sent this to you, Chris, so I apologize. That's on me if I didn't. Oh, I did. Tiger's on a win streak.
Yes.
3?
Yes.
3 straight, baby.
I just want to get this play in there. All right, Buddy Kennedy.
Yes.
Who is this kid, by the way?
I don't know.
Because their Charlotte got hurt? Is this
Nobody.
nobody,
Nobody.
baby?
Out there making plays, boy.
I know who he is now. Chris, you got the video?
Yeah, I got
God,
it.
you fucking suck.
So one thing I didn't grab.
Hit a like button for Chris's replacement. I'm just kidding.
Smash the
fan
like
reaction
button to
from
save
last
my
year's draft?
employment.
What'd you say?
I said smash the like button to save my employment.
While Chris is getting to that, also in this game, Riley effing Green.
Two
Talk
homers.
about elite 2 homers. And one of the biggest things about Riley Green right now, I don't know if anybody's talked about this, he leads the entire league in walks.
He's one of the best players in the MLB right now.
Massive step.
Statistically, one of the best players in Major League Baseball right now.
Riley Green?
Yeah, he's tied for 3rd in the MLB in WAR. He leads the league in
Do we like war? Are we?
Yeah, walks.
WAR is huge in baseball.
Defense combined with
he
offense.
he leads the league in walks. He's getting on base at a higher clip than 90% of the MLB. He's tied for 3rd with home runs, tied for 3rd in runs scored. Like, the dude is playing out of his mind. This is the Riley Green we all thought he could be, and he's out there doing it on an everyday basis.
Yeah, yesterday he said literally just hop on the back, fellas.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to this W. And it was great to see from Riley, especially in his hometown. Benetti had one of the best calls I've ever heard. It was Florida man home run.
Yeah.
Florida man homers.
What a bar.
Dude, Benetti's the GOAT.
Also, we're siding with war. Wasn't that one of the ultimate arguments against McGee's MVP campaign?
Well, because he played first base,
Yeah.
and he wasn't extremely good like
And also-
defensively.
And I'll leave this here because I don't want to get in a big baseball debate because I can't hold my weight in that conversation. But how can you have a win above replacement when you have no clue? Like, look at Buddy Kennedy. Perfect example. Replacement, right?
Yeah.
Making plays.
You know who the replacements are for Riley Green?
You have no clue what the replacement's gonna do though. Like you can't have a fucking stat that is stamps something as certain above whoever's gonna be there outside of that person. It's
I'm all for
bullshit.
advanced analytics
Bullshit.
in baseball, but not in football.
No, baseball is bad too. Well, some of them.
Advanced
war is a
advanced
bad
analytics run baseball.
like war is completely hypothetical. It's just not even like a fucking. You have no clue.
Well, no, you
cannot measure.
You take the average player at that position in the MLB, and then how good that guy is compared to that player.
That's still not even like what it would be if someone replaced that. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
I know they're not going to be as good as Riley Green.
Riley Green's a dog, and that's the guy I attached my name to at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't shade. I just look at here this way. All you Torque folk out there, I'm praying for you. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
You're-
4 games over, 5.
throwing shade on your own team. You hate JMO. You hate Torque. What are you?
Oh, you motherfucker! You dirty motherfucker! I did say J-Mo would be the favorite. I'll step off the hill a little bit. I was just saying if we get like an Xavier Leggett, then I think there's a conversation to be had. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out Josh B in the chat as well. Foley is lights out as well. Lockdown.
Foley's been lights out. The Tigers The Tigers are going to have 3 All-Stars this year at least. They're going to have Tariq Skubal. Yeah. They're going to have Riley Green, and they're going to have Jason Foley or Shelby Miller or any of those fucking bullpen guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going to have a bullpen piece, a starting pitcher, and a position player as All-Stars this year. It's going to be awesome.
Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. We got these fan reactions. Do you have the buddy play? Actually, before we move from
you want to play that?
Let's do it. I just want. This deserves to be seen. Put one of us on the screen though, just in case. Oh, you're genius.
Oh yeah, dude, this was nasty.
Raw dog. Raw dog.
Yeah, bro. And that's Randy Arozarena too. That's a fantastic player, a very fast player, running down that first baseline.
You know what's funny? Maybe because I obviously know because he's up for Rochella, right? I'm assuming. They took him in to like announce it, like to make the announcement on the play. Is it because like they're like, who the fuck was that?
No, he's been playing.
A little bit of like, what the fuck?
They know
Right.
who he
I've been hearing
is.
Kennedy's name. He's been doing good things.
Yeah,
That was nice.
well, that's a great play. But we do have our guy Ryan in the back.
Leave it. Oh.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's dirty. Sorry.
Our guy Ryan in the back told me to go check some things out from the
Is this like herpes you?
from the watch party for the draft last year. And chat reactions to Brad Holmes taking Jahmyr Gibbs.
Boy.
So I just want to get a little pause from you guys, from everybody. No matter what happens in the draft, don't overreact. Because Brad Holmes, I can't think of something to rhyme with react. Because Brad Holmes comes with the strap. Brad Holmes comes correct. And his pick is probably going to be the right one. So don't have reactions like these.
Ooh, I hope it's
my
some
God,
names.
these were
I hope it's.
tough.
Oh, I can't read that. Come on.
We got
What the
Jeb
hell?
Large. Brad Holmes is a clown.
Ooh.
Where was it? Mark Royal. Why?
Oh, chef.
Chef. Horrible pick.
Chef.
Oh, that's Chief. Horrible pick. Apollo. Jesus Christ.
That man donned the name. Electrician.
Anthony Sr. Holmes is on drugs.
Mark Royal. Why?
Lorenzo. Worst draft outcome by far. Travis Trillo. Why, TF, didn't you just draft Bijan at 6? Bunch of jokers, man.
But wait, there's
That's an
more.
old
But
person
wait,
for sure.
there's more.
Bunch of jokers.
Ryan's reactions.
Hey, Willie
Fire
Sly, love the pick.
Holmes. I'm salty. Reach. Black Lion. Running back. Why? Tim Wilson. I hate that pick with a passion. What the actual F?
Ooh.
So, guys. What the fuck? I understand there was a lot of emotional reactions. We had emotional reactions of our panel for different picks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mike, SOL,
Shut up.
SOL,
keep it
SOL.
calm. Yeah, just eat shit. No, just keep it calm this year. Brad Holmes knows better.
Ryan's reaction to fire home?
Yes. Brad Holmes knows better. He's wiser. He has a lot more football knowledge than anybody, any of us, any of you, anybody in the NFL. Like, Brad Holmes is a savant. So let's just not do that for this year's draft.
I wonder if anybody from this is still in the chat, but they just changed their name because they knew they had that take. Ryan's reaction kept his name, though. I know that.
It's tough.
It is tough. It was, I was scratching my head, I think more so for the Campbell one.
Eduardo O'Neill says, didn't Braylon walk out? He walked out on the Jack Campbell pick. Yeah.
Which we weren't sold on before either.
No.
But once Brad took him, it was like, all right, well, let's
All right. Yeah.
see what
right.
happens.
Shuffle up and deal. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
The BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
Head on over to Woodward Sports. Click the shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. Hoodies, cheese, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new
Merch.
What's it called if you don't have a bike, but you're thinking about getting your bike curious?
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. I'm Eazy, that's Spinmo Rax, that's young Christopher. We got Nicholas Kohloff. I almost gave you a totally different last name there. I'm glad I saved myself.
Nicholas Constantine.
Nicholas Constantine. All right, guys. What's going on today? Anything new happening?
Any breaking news?
Any breaking news or any Detroit Lions related news to speak on?
Oh, yeah.
How about all pros? Counting all pros.
All pros.
Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Penei, Sewell, locked and loaded for years to go. Somebody asked this. I think it was Waymo on X. He said, do we still get that last fifth-year option with Sewell before his new contract kicks in? And the answer is yes. We have him through 2029, if I'm not mistaken. So that this is 2024. So we good. We Gucci. And again, if you guys missed it at the beginning of the show, Tristan Wirfs, a guy when he gets his contract, probably going to reset the market. You have Rashawn Slater, probably a guy when he gets his contract, going to reset the market. You have Christian Darrisaw, guy when he gets his contract, probably going to reset the market.
Yep.
Brad Holmes got ahead of all of them with a player that's better than all of them.
Yes.
And that's a discount, bro. I know it's the highest paid offensive lineman contract, but it's a discount in terms of how good this guy is. And again, you beat everybody to the punch. They're going to pay those guys. They're worse off. More money than Penei Sewell.
He's pound for pound the best player in the NFL. Like Penei Sewell is a difference maker. He is by far the best offensive lineman in the NFL. He goes out there, does anything you want, does it at a top level, and does it with aggression. He is the embodiment of brand new Lions. He is the player that was brought in first in this regime. He was Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's first pick as Lions. And guess what they did when they drafted him? They're jumping up and down. They're banging tables. They're pounding everything because they know they got the best player in the draft. And they did. This guy is a freak of nature. He is just an amazing, amazing player. And hopefully he's going to be a Lion for the next 10 to 15 years. I love what he does. I love who he is. I love how he plays. Getting in the face of Aaron Donald, talking that shit as a rookie when you got Jonah Jackson in the background, you know who that is, right? Penei Sewell says, I don't give a fuck. You know who I am? I'm Penei motherfucking Sewell. And he deserved this money, man. This is my guy. This is my favorite player on the team by far. Extremely, extremely happy that he got this bag and we got him for an extended period of time. And we got a breakdown of his contract and what the actual numbers equate out to. By the numbers. So, by the numbers. This is from Albert Breer. He says, Lions 4-year extension with Penei Sewell runs through 2029. Detroit picked up the 5th-year option this morning. making this a 6-year deal. $63 million over the first 3 years, was due just $23 million over the next 2. So $40 million for the first year, $87 million over the first 4 years. It's a rolling guaranteed structure.
Talk to me, babe.
That's insane, bro. That's insane. You got him for like $22 million for 4 years. The guy is a wizard, what they're doing. Like, shout out Rod Wood. Shout out to Brad Holmes. Shout out to everybody who had a piece in getting this deal done, because it's amazing.
Oh, what's the guy? Mike Disner.
Mike Disner.
He's the one that made it. He's the one that cooks up all those like void contracts, like a lot of that weird stuff. A lot of the NFL contracts are so hard to understand, especially once they start adding these void years. It's made everything a lot more differently. And initially, I'll save that part of it. But I want to congratulate Brad Holmes again on this contract, and number one too. I mean, Penei Sewell as well.
Yes. Like
coming in here, he's a guy that people were talking about. Rashawn Slater was better than, because Penei sat out that year, and you would think, hey, maybe that's not a Brad Holmes guy. Didn't sat out a year, but like it's preserving your body. And I think Brad Holmes spoke to this too. Each player has their plight on the reason why they do these things, or they transfer from different schools. Obviously, they decided with the reason Penei Sewell decided to. I perceived it as like he knew he was going to be top 10 no matter what. I mean, coming into the draft, everyone was kind of coining this guy as a gold jacket guy, and it's nice to see it fruition here in Detroit specifically. But this one where it's at red 9-point-something%, I think, per Al Carson, because you guys know my 12% rule with these contracts. Penei's at 9-point-something as of now, and that's what the cap hit's going to continue to grow.
Yes.
So that's going to continue to shrink. A phenomenal deal, and a guy that's worth every penny of it. The Amon-Ra one, again, I can get people being hesitant with it. $30 million once upon a time was a quarterback salary. But he's another guy where he's kind of face of like what this regime change has been, and I have no issue with it. Again, he's not a guy, I don't see any type of decline coming soon. He busts his ass. He's good to the media. He's a teammate, like a willing helping teammate. I remember not speaking to him, but hearing him speak on trying to help J-Mo get his shit going. He's like, yo, J-Mo, you don't fucking run 100 miles per hour every single snap. Like, sometimes you can find the soft spots in the zone, which is where Amon-Ra eats. Like, this is a very intelligent guy. One of the things I hate when I hear people say that, and I don't know if they're trolling or not, but people say that Goff made Amon-Ra St. Brown. No, if you don't know who this guy is or haven't been paying attention to who this guy is to say those type of things, he would have been a dog regardless no matter what. And that's why I think this is a valuable contract too, is like whatever the future may hold, whoever may be throwing that football, this guy's going to produce. The other thing on top of it too, to give evidence towards that, the Yak King. Last year was just short of becoming the Yak King. He was second place by like a yard.
5 yards.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, meaning like once he gets the ball, he still continues to put in work. That's why you see him run out of the backfield. I mean, you see him do multiple things. Taylor Decker, I think I threw this tweet in there too, Chris, but it might have been too late for you. But he tweeted out once Amon-Ra got his contract, and this is before his fellow offensive lineman got it. Yes, sir. The dude just as much without the ball as he does with it, honorary offensive lineman. And we know this. We know he's a dog in that game because he got a $40,000 fine this year just for whooping somebody's ass, blocking him too hard, allegedly. Like, he is a perfect specimen for what you want to represent Dan Campbell culture.
Bro sneezes at $40,000 fines now.
Yes, sir.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is the embodiment of grit. He is everything that this coaching staff, that this regime preaches they want in players, preaches they want in draft picks. It is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is the guy that remembers every player drafted before him. He is the guy that does 102 catches on a jug machine because the guy ahead of him in his Pee Wee League did 101 every single day.
I really want to know who that kid is.
I do too. Yeah. Where you at, huh?
Is he selling insurance?
Maybe should have done another catch because Amon-Ra's out here getting paid $30 million a year. This guy he embodies the city of Detroit. He embodies Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's gusto, and he is arguably the best pick Brad Holmes has ever made. Because a first team all-pro player in the 4th round is something GMs have wet dreams about. This guy is an absolute animal, absolute dog. First team all-pro, highest guaranteed money for a receiver in the NFL, deservingly so. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm glad you're back in the D for more years.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
He's got like $10 million for every player that was drafted ahead of him. every receiver that's drafted ahead of him.
Yeah, how's Jalen Rager's
Was
bag
it
looking?
27 receivers, I think it was, or something like that?
16.
16?
Yeah.
He got 20 million. I'm sorry. My math is way off on that.
Yeah, no.
By
it
the
is
numbers.
less
2
than
million for
10.
each one. But still, that's crazy.
20 million. Oh, shit. We paid him that much?
I hate this deal. No, these guys can contribute, like, regardless, no matter what. And again, too, like, Penei's, we could branch this into this conversation. Some people are talking about this, maybe the departure of Decker. What this Penei Sewell contract means.
We'll see. We'll talk about that next. But, Nick, how you feeling about these contracts?
First off, I would like to thank the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Jets, the 49ers, Atlanta, Cincinnati, and the Dolphins for passing on Penei Sewell, the first team All-Pro. He is the leader of this offense. We saw the video of him saying before the game, we lock in the gates today, and the gates will remain locked while we have Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown leading this team. The Super Bowl window's open in my eyes. Those two guys are your leaders. I am so happy that we locked them up long term because they are the heart of this team. I am so fired up right now. Chris, how you feeling? Just first thoughts on it. What are you thinking?
I mean, I love, too, that it came out right before draft day. While everybody is on their way to Detroit, booking their hotel, every executive, every NFL playmaker is on their way to Detroit. And here Detroit is already stealing headlines before everybody touches in the city. So it's awesome for, like you guys said, all of the embodiment, all the things that they embody for this team, for this franchise, for this culture. But again, it also is important to show that Brad Holmes is showing his draft prospects. If you put in the work here, if you do the things that we ask of you, you will be rewarded. And it's great to see. This is what you want every single sports culture to be. Every single general manager dreams of this. They dream of having to pay their guys rather than to go out and grab somebody. Because you know what? That's just a double whammy. You saw Brad Holmes talk his shit when it was time to do it, and he's going to do it again with this last draft class he had, and he might even end up doing it again with this draft class. But this is the ultimate proof of not only what Brad Holmes brings to this team and this franchise, but also just again showing these players, if you put in the work, you will get rewarded here. Makes it a great place to want to be, a great destination.
It's true, and we do have some other contracts that are coming up, other players that might need to get signed still that we're going to talk about next. But first, let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. This is Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, and I'll tell you, the Janes have been in rare form recently. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
And Nick, tell us about Draft Party.
Yep, talk about a rare form. This party is going to be insane. Join Woodward Sports, which will be broadcast live this Thursday and Friday for the 2024 NFL Draft. Brought to you by Figer Law. Live from the 313 Draft Party on Woodward Avenue. Live coverage Thursday 7:30 to midnight and Friday 6:30 to midnight. Brought to you by Figer Law, Glorious Cannabis, Soroki's Crispy Chicken, and Chill Medicated.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
You almost had it.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Order of Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Every boy, Eazy, Joe, my guy, Rax.
What up, though?
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Happy draft week. One
Happy
more
draft
sleep.
week.
That's the coolest part. Is like today is one of those days where it's been like
Draft
going
eve.
by slow, and it was before the news came. It's like God, man, I just can't wait for this damn draft to get here. Bam, news. Bam, news. Bam, 3 pieces of news, and we're gonna get to all of them. But a little bit more on the Penei Sewell stuff. I saw it in our group chat. I saw it on Twitter. Does this mean the end of an era with Taylor Decker? Because this is the last year of his contract.
I don't know. They were in talks with Taylor Decker already. We've heard those reports that they've been talking with Taylor Decker about extensions, and I don't think this means the end of Taylor Decker. If they decide to move on from him, that's one thing, but you can definitely re-sign Taylor Decker to a 1 or 2 year extension that wouldn't hurt. Like, it's not like Taylor Decker is going to be getting $25 million a year. You could sign him to the same kind of deal you just gave Kevin Zeitler. You could sign him to the same kind of deal you gave Graham Glasgow. Like, those kind of deals are very workable for a team, especially when you front or backload these big deals that you gave to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell. There's still a lot of room for them to work around if they want to extend Taylor Decker for a year or two. They're not going to give him a 5-year, $100 million deal or anything like that, but you give him 2 years, $20 million. I think you could do that easily.
I'm with you. I think anybody that's saying that probably missed that portion of like the media session he had last week. Because, yeah, he spoke about it. Actually, I sent a screenshot.
He's already made so much money.
I put it in Slack after the word, but if you want to grab it at some point, it's from an article. It's a quote from when Taylor Decker was up there just last week when they came back to camp for workouts and whatnot. And, yeah, they're already in preliminary talks of, like, extending him or working out some sort of deal. And the reason why, if you guys ever go to, like, the OTC and look at, like, the salary cap hits of the roster, Taylor Decker is #2 behind Jared Goff. I don't know, obviously, how that's going to shape out after the new contracts today. But, yeah, here it is. So kind of entry-level conversations, base-level conversations, Decker said. I think my agent and the Lions are on the same page, so it's very much amicable conversation so far. But super early stages, nothing of substance really other than that. Okay, we're going to try and figure something out, whether it's multiple years or it's not. And then he went on to kind of say, obviously, as they all say, you got to do what's best for my family and I, but that's a guy who's going to stay here. And again, as I was getting to, though, you go to OTC, the second highest cap hit is Decker.
OTC.
The way you clean that up, if you are going to extend to Jared Goff, is you extend him.
out.
Yes, extend him 2-3 years. Put the rest of that money into a bonus, where it's a guarantee. So it's like, hey, versus you just getting cut and not getting this money, you're going to guaranteed get it. We're just going to backload it, and you're going to get it prorated. You're going to come in like the way what the hell is it called when you do your mortgage? You put your insurance in your
Refinance?
no. It's an account. It's where you pay your insurance and your taxes. Escrow. Yes, it goes like some sort of
Let him cook.
escrow account. Don't let me cook right now.
Some offshore.
But regardless,
account.
though, I think he is going to get extended. I don't think this is the end of Taylor Decker. Obviously, Penei Sewell is your future left tackle because he can do whatever the fuck he wants because he's a man. But I think you have a solid offensive line unit. Why would you break away from that?
And Wilson makes a good point. He says Decker won't get a huge contract anyways. Who cares? This is a guy who's already made a lot of money in this league. This is a guy who's been with this team only in his entire career. Like we saw how much that shit meant to him. Like out of everybody on this team, it meant more to Taylor Decker and Frank Ragnow than anybody else because they are guys that have been here for the long haul. They are guys that have been here in the trenches when this team was shit to almost good to shit again. And now they're actually a good team. Like, it means more for those guys to win with the Lions. Taylor Decker was in tears after their playoff victory because of how much it means to him. This is a guy, he's not going to be like, I need $20 million a year. No, he's already made his money. He's stayed in Detroit his whole career. He's not going to play for 6 more years anyways. He's only got a couple years left. He was talking about retirement 2 years ago. So you give him,
but he wasn't really talking about. He was talking about wearing an outfit.
He was just saying, I can't wait to be retired.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a 2-year deal for a guy. Give him the Zeitler money, give him the Glasgow money, and keep him here. I'm good with it. I like that.
I don't think he's commanding anything crazy. Like, re-sign him and you save money. You backload it, and if he retires, then you have years to pay that too. It's not going to hit you dead money right away.
Yeah, fellas, let's be honest here though. Left tackles aren't cheap. So he would be doing us a favor if he did return on a smaller deal. There's no question about it. I think he could get more on the open market than we're going to be willing to give him. So he's going to have to take that price cut. And to know that we're Super Bowl contenders, I think the way he has acted and talked, I think that he would maybe take a price cut. But you just can't expect it, though. That's the tough part.
I should re-sign Hutch right now.
I would love to keep Sewell on the right side and Decker on the left, though. Honestly, like, things are great right now. We've seen Penei Sewell ball out all his first 3 seasons.
I think for everyone too, man. Like things are like you said, Decker was shedding tears when they won the playoff game. I think he might even cry when they won the division too. Like, it's first time for him for everything. Yeah. This whole experience. You started your family here. You got married here. Like, why would you want to leave when things are this good? It is an infectious atmosphere. So much so where, like, the positivity and what we got going on here in Detroit is spread across national. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just like, sports talk radio here locally that's like hype about Detroit. No, it's everywhere. Everybody and their mom's a Detroit Lion and Dan Campbell fan. Yeah. And I mean it. We talk about it all the time. We have guests on the show from other publications or from national publications. And like, yeah, man, we love Dan Campbell. We love every single time. We've had division rival guys come on.
Yes.
Our guy One Bar, shout out.
Shout out, the only cool Vikings fan I know.
Only cool Vikings fan I know. Come on here and be like, yeah, we kind of wish we had Dan Campbell. Mm-hmm. When they hired Kevin O'Connell. Yeah. Like, it's real, and I just don't see Decker walking away from it. This is,
and like Nick made a point to it, that's the kind of stuff they did today is what makes players love this regime so much, is what makes Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes beloved by the players so much, is because everything they preach is who they are. They say, we like to keep it in-house. We like to pay our guys. We like this certain type of player, the grit, the football guy, all of that shit. And you got 2 of them, a first-team All-Pro receiver and a first-team All-Pro offensive tackle that you drafted, that you cultivated, that come out and are flourishing in your system. And what do? You go out there and you make both of them the highest-paid player at their respective position. Players respect that. Players see that and they're like, okay, these guys actually mean what they say. Players know that they're real. And that's why it's a culture that people want to be a part of. I cannot see Taylor Decker playing football somewhere else. If he doesn't re-sign with the Lions, I bet he retires.
And you think about the culture that you just mentioned, one of the guys that wanted to be a part of the culture and now is a part of the culture is DJ Reader, who was live tweeting the Detroit Lions playoff game. Yeah. Like, that's insane. And we brought him in because he saw the atmosphere. He saw the backing these fans give this organization. And it's just honestly so special. And it's such a breath of fresh air that now we're starting to get used to it. Like, we're expecting a great draft tomorrow. Yes. And even if he does trade out of the first round, not a single person has the right to say shit. No. Because we all trust in Brad Holmes and what he's built here. I'm excited.
There is no words that can be said about any Brad Holmes draft pick for the rest of eternity. He's banked up so much goodwill that you're just going to have to suck it up. If he takes a player you don't like, if he makes a move that you don't like, you just got to understand that he knows more than you. And it's probably the right decision. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever Brad Holmes does in the draft is the right decision. And that's why I'm so excited for tomorrow. And that's why this offseason has been so stress-free and just calm, cool, collected, because it doesn't matter. Whatever he does is going to work out. And we have never been able to say that about a Lions GM ever. I don't think we've ever been able to say that about a GM in this town ever.
Eduardo O'Neill says, Brad paid them now. Is sorry for trading out tomorrow. We had that conversation. I mean, obviously after this one, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that I would say that yet. I'm also looking at contracts, just trying to find something kind of similar to where Decker would be if he hit free agency. It's kind of tough for me right now because I'm not too familiar with a lot of these names in terms of like what they actually signed. But I know Tyron Smith, who's dealt with a lot of injuries. I'll give that caveat. And he's 3 years older than Decker. Signed just 1 year, $6 million with the Jets.
$6 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Decker's gonna be more than that.
You'll probably get Decker like $10 million a year. Yeah.
Which I'm not mad.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And by the way, too, like it's gonna be like an AAV 10. When in actuality, the first year, I mean, same way Penei Sewell's first 2 years. Yeah. Was it $23 million or something like that? Like Decker's gonna be similar to that, if not less, obviously, because you're working with less money. I don't think this is the end of an era for Decker. I think it'd be kind of silly to do so. He's been a huge part of this, and as Nick said too, like this offensive line works. Why would you?
You don't want to break that up.
And
you don't want to break that up.
They've said so.
Yeah.
There is one argument to be made, maybe, or that I guess I would validate a little bit, and it's the one that I think Neil's been making about them drafting a tackle. I don't see it happening. I really don't. But I mean, if that's the best player there, if one of those names happen to fall, I mean, I don't see how you'd pass on like some of the tackle prospects in this class. But I just don't see exactly that. No one's going to pass in this tackle prospects in this class and not going to make it to 29.
No, you got so many young quarterbacks in the league. There are so many guys that need protection. There's not going to be those top 3 quarterbacks or tackle prospects are not going to be available at 29. We're going to go to break, and we're going to talk about another guy who is in need of a contract coming up next. Shout out to Shift God, and I saw DNC, ENT put it in there, and Brian Gordon also put it in our chat. Our guy Brian. Trey Hendrickson requested a trade from Cincinnati, as did T. Higgins. Both of them want to.
Hey, DJ Reader, pick up that phone. Pick up the phone, baby.
We're not getting either of them because they want long extensions and financial stability.
He's not. Oh,
trouble in
Trey
paradise.
Hendrickson is due like $15 million this year, and he said he wants an extension more than what Cincinnati can give him.
That's crazy.
But we're going to talk about Lions
extensions. The well's dried up.
Coming up next. Joe Bros. Tell us about Swiss.
I'll tell you about Swiss Insurance. Hit up my guy Mark. Visit the website, swissins.com. Make sure you're not getting rolled over by your insurance company, both in rates and or deductibles. Visit my guy Mark. That's Mark at swissins.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake. Hey. Figer Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit, doubling their number of restaurants this year. Known for their quality hand-battered and hand-breaded chicken tenders, sandwiches, and New York-style pizza. Be sure to stop in and try at a mega station near you or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can pick up some great food.
That was actually a real laugh, just because I got Eduardo O'Neal already mad. Eduardo O'Neal, every contract signing that came out today. Honestly, the whole entire week. By the way, welcome back to the Heavyweights. I'm Eazy, spin more action. Chris, Nick Kohloff. Smash that like button. Every signing, Eduardo O'Neal. Wait for I can't wait to hear you during the Jared Goff contract drop. Oh, I can't wait to see you freak out during the Jared Goff contract drop. It's coming very soon. And then, do you have the tweet?
Yes,
you got the tweet? Then,
come on.
Adam Schefter, one of the NFL's most prized insiders, has this to say. There is no deal imminent for Lions quarterback Jared Goff. Despite the fact that receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown and offensive tackle Penei Sewell now have landed new deals per source, the Lions and Goff have spoken about a new deal this offseason, but no deal is close at this time. Hey, you trolling me. You can't be mad now. Hey, I get the rebuttal with facts. I'm sorry. Spitty, what does this mean?
I think it's what we've been hearing the past, 5 months that we've been talking about this Jared Goff extension possibility, is that they are in different camps when it comes to the length of the extension. I think Jared Goff wants a longer-term deal. I think he wants a 4, 5, 6-year extension, and I don't think Brad Holmes and the Lions are comfortable doing that. I think Brad Holmes and the Lions are more comfortable giving him a 2-year deal, a 3-year deal maybe. And I don't think that the Jared Goff camp is willing to accept that.
That's
because they can't be arguing about the money. The market dictates how much money you make.
It's fair.
He's going to be in the ballpark of $45 to $50 million a year.
Yeah.
I think it's the length. I think it's the number of years attached to the deal.
That's what we've been hearing. They're really non-committal on it, but look at the way they set themselves up. I've been saying this all offseason. Hey, you want me to admit I was wrong? Last week when I saw Jared Goff smirk, I'm like, oh damn, I think that means he got his deal done.
You were wrong on that.
I was wrong on that. The one time I tried admitting I was wrong, I was wrong. I should have stuck with the initial point that I made where I just don't see this deal coming. If it does, I think it'll be at some point during training camp. I really do. And again, if you're a Lions fan, this is the part that drives me crazy. If you're a fan of this franchise, then you should want what's best for this franchise. If you're a fan of Brad Holmes and you trust Brad Holmes, everything that Penei just got done saying, and they're wanting to see what they saw and a guy they moved up the draft in Hendon Hooker during training camp before making the commitment to Jared Goff, brother, you should be rooting for that. You should be excited for that. Jared Goff isn't going nowhere. He's going to play for this team next year. He's not going to hold out. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be anything like that if it gets to that.
He's playing ball.
He's playing ball.
He's not a guy that's going to do that. And that's what I was happy to see him talking like that, to where he's not going to hold out. He's not going to not play. He's not going to do anything. He's on the books for $32 million. He's going to go out there, play, and get his $32 million.
Neil called it. Sign with Kerr in June. We going to see. We going to see. I don't know. If it happens, again, I think it'll be probably in training camp and or next year. I just really do believe they want to see what they got in Hendon Hooker.
Again, I expect them to re-sign Jared Goff. I don't think that it's just not good and they're just going to move on. I don't think it'll be anything like that, but I think they're trying to negotiate a smaller term deal, and his camp wants more stability.
And to be honest with you, too, like these signings today, again, when you get those people that guaranteed money, as we said before, it goes into escrow, and you can kind of prorate it throughout like multiple years. Like that makes space to sign Jared Goff. So the fact that they're not close, like that's a tweet. But it's also obviously Adam Schefter does TV as well. He like emphasized that not close. Mm-hmm. And again, the stuff that we're hearing is more committal on the Detroit Lions part, but we get why. They have something in store as a contingency though, because they obviously have something that works right now with JG. It's just, is it worth what they're paying quarterbacks these days? I don't want to get to where I'm arguing with the Jared Goff fans in the chat. I really don't. But
fellas,
we know what it is.
The fact of the matter is we all trust in Brad, whatever he does here. But he went up and got Hendon Hooker with the 5th pick in the 3rd round last year.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going up and getting Hendon Hooker with the 5th pick in the 3rd round?
Just to let him go.
Just be a backup?
Just to let him walk.
Just to be a backup. You're not giving up assets to go get a quarterback just to forget about him.
Exactly.
You're going to want to see what you got. You're going to want Neil says it all the time. Neil. Hey, Neil. Yeah, Neil. What's the biggest weapon for the Lions right now, Neil? Brad Holmes making a pick at the podium, Neil. And guess what he did, Neil? Ooh. He gave up some of those weapons to go get a quarterback, Neil.
Let me talk.
So you think he's just going to cast that aside? No, I'm just joking with Neil. He does it all the time. Rod, guess what, Rod? But I honestly though, that's
Ken.
He did it today. Ken.
Neil owns you, Ken.
He does own you, Ken. But he's not just going to give up those assets. And I agree with Neil about the biggest weapon being Brad Holmes with the draft pick. So he's not going to empty the clip to go up and get a guy and then just let him waste away. He's going to see what he's got. He's going to see why he wanted this guy and see if he's got what it takes.
It's nothing personal. It is just business. Like these quarterback contracts truly cripple franchises. Stephon Diggs, he's a little bit, obviously, I'd say with the diva. I'd side with the diva when it comes to Stephon Diggs. Maybe that being the reason
he's part of two
franchises.
He's a cancer.
But we see these quarterbacks get paid, and you're not able to keep the rest of the team around you. The style of play that Jared Goff has, he needs a lot of pieces around him on top of good play calling. Mm-hmm. It's not just going to throw it in and it works. You need a chef to cook it up as well. And it's like, okay, well, is that worth giving up a quarter of my salary cap space to play this team game of football where guys get hurt all the time? Oftentimes it's not.
Oftentimes it's not.
Can you play that game if Brad Holmes continues to bat like freaking 500 in the draft?
Maybe.
But that's another gamble in itself.
And I also saw some people talking on Twitter and bitching and shit about the Lions signing so many guys to these big term deals and how good teams don't do that and good teams. You know what team does that and did that? Signed an offensive lineman to a big deal. They signed a defensive lineman to a big deal. Signed a receiver and a running back to big deals. That's the San Francisco 49ers. And you know what the San Francisco 49ers do? They have a revolving door at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm not saying it's not going to happen either.
Great point there, Spemo. And like we just talked about, the breaking news that just came out with Shefty. Who's asking out of Cincinnati? Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
And you think about Higgins already asking out. What did Cincinnati do?
Pay Joe Burrow.
Those are two Pro Bowl type players that are asking to leave because they cannot pay them. This is a huge deal if you give your quarterback that $50 million. Like, it does cripple you. There's no doubt about it. So it's just a question that has to be had. And Brad Holmes isn't going to go up and get Hendon Hooker if obviously they're not having that talk themselves.
If you have kids listening, and I'm sorry to make this reference, but it just makes the most sense to me.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
What are you
Don't go
do?
there?
I know.
You
Go ahead.
I'll use code words, right? It's that first Beeger.
Cousin. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. What was on your mind, on?
I don't know, man.
Cousin.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa. No, not your cousin. It's the first Beeger. First Beeger you got. You took her out.
Hey, cousin.
Homecoming. You guys had a good time, and you're on the way back. You got your first Beeger.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I'm about to wife shorty up.
Yeah.
Although it was the toothiest, nastiest, unenjoyable experience you've come to know.
Yes.
Once you had more experience throughout your life. It's our first taste of winning with Jared Goff. So we want to keep it. We want to squeeze it. We want to put it in the freezer and keep it forever. But it's just not. Listen, look at you. I think we brought it up in the chat. I think it was Edward O'Neill, who's actually a pro golf guy. But Carson Wentz, although they technically did it with Nick, Big Dick Nick, won the Super Bowl. But Carson Wentz was on the pace of winning the MVP that year, leading them to that Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They moved on from both those guys, both Carson Wentz and Wentz. And
Yes.
guess what they did? Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Got back. Obviously, San Francisco 49ers, you mentioned with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Maybe he could do the same thing with Brock Purdy. We don't know.
You know who did? You know who is
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, one of the most storied franchises.
Brett Favre
in NFL history.
It's what successful franchises do.
The Baltimore Ravens did it twice with guys that won them Super Bowls.
You're right.
Guys that won them Super Bowls. Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco both won Super Bowls for the Ravens, and the Ravens said, like, we're not paying you. Sorry, buddy. We'll find somebody else. There's a track record of good teams doing this. Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Joe
Steve Young.
Montana. They were like, sorry, Joe. We got this kid and he's ready. Like, it's what happens in the NFL. Or you end up with Deshaun Watson.
Ew.
Or you end up in a contract with
hard pass.
Josh Allen and nobody around him now. Like, it's one or the other. You're not going to find the Tom Brady who every year says, you can knock $10 million off my salary to bring in another Pro Bowler. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. So we'll see. Again, I'm cool if they sign Goff. I'm cool if they don't. I do think they're going to. But it's not an uncommon thing if they don't.
When if it doesn't happen?
When if it doesn't?
Mm-hmm. If it does.
If it does, it'll be post June 1st. I agree with that. If they do
Probably
it,
safe bet.
Yeah, it'll be post June 1st probably. First couple weeks of the season probably.
Do we open the phone lines? How many likes we at? Should I put a light go on the phone lines?
Light go on the phone lines for sure.
Where we at right now?
We're at 154 is what I'm seeing.
250? 269?
250, 225, somewhere like that.
269?
Super Saiyan Lion says Ravens had elite defenses during that time. Yeah, because they didn't pay quarterbacks, so they could litter Pro Bowlers all over the rosters.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens, man.
That's why the Texans are going all in right now before they re-up this guy, C.J. Stroud. I mean, another example, when this guy's just kind of so great, they overcome it. And again, another example of great coaching too. But Patrick Mahomes, who was his number one running mate outside Travis Kelce?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Tyreek. We can't afford to pay you right now.
Yeah.
L'Jarius Sneed, buy L'Jarius Sneed. We can't afford to pay you right now.
If you got Patrick Mahomes, you can make that thing happen.
Yes.
I don't think anybody here is saying Jared Goff is Patrick Mahomes.
Neil might. He might.
No, he won't.
He's got him over Allen. Wouldn't be surprised if Mahomes next. He's
300 likes and we'll open the phone lines.
300.
300. We're at 154 right now.
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about the Amon-Ra stuff being a little bit too rich for your taste? I'm very curious in the city's opinion on the Jared Goff stuff. Now that it's not coming from me, it's coming from the front office of the Detroit Lions. They're not close. Not close.
Goff getting Kirk money, says Apollo.
Kirk got 45. That's what we want.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
180, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be... I can accept that. I can accept that. But I just want a Super Bowl out of it all. And
Preach.
The other piece of it that I don't want to bring up because I just don't want to have those arguments because it's just
Apollo,
some of our blindsided. But what it is like it's night and day difference between this guy with Ben Johnson without. And that's the part where I can't guarantee he's here forever.
Apollo
so why
says,
would you re-up the investment, pay him more than quarter your salary cap just to have the guy that helps it work walk away?
Yeah. Apollo says Goff beats Mahomes routinely. Yeah, and Mahomes wins Super Bowls routinely.
We just had Joey Harrington on the show Monday where he told you he beat Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So
I'm
use
sure
that as your evidence, bud.
I'm sure Patrick Mahomes wipes his tears of losing to Jared Goff with his Super Bowl rings. Tell us about Shake Shack, Eazy.
Shake Shack. It's a Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich. Make sure you guys get one for the free ski. All you have to do is make a purchase of $10 or more and use the promo code Woodward to get your free Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich that's in person, online, or download the app today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
And Friday, join the entire Woodward Sports family as we broadcast the first 3 rounds of the NFL Draft. We'll be downtown at the corner of Woodward and Adams at the 313 Draft Party, presented by Feiger Law, Jars, Lost Farm, and Gold Crown. 21 and up and free to everyone. Party starts at 2 Thursday, and live draft coverage begins at 8. We hope to see you down there at the 313 Draft Party. Special thanks to Soroki's and Glorious. While the world watches Detroit, we will show the world how Detroit parties with the 313 Draft Day Party.
It's a party.
Yo, have you guys seen that Dismal commercial I had? My favorite commercial because obviously a minute, but also just Fine Don Brizzles.
Fine Don Brizzles.
They will all be working that event. I got to see them today. Stop by Dismal. Local campus club.
Shout out to Dante151 in the chat. Said, how many draft picks would you be okay with giving up the Lions to get Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals with the new trade he wants out?
I mean,
it's not going to happen. He's asking out because he wants a long-term extension worth a lot of money. And we just signed 2 of those today. So
what if you do the San Fran, the compository 3rd rounder?
Why'd you pull up the sketch?
Yes.
Just went.
Brother.
Wait.
If he goes to San Fran,
he's announcing.
No. How they did with who was the player they acquired?
Chase Young.
Yeah, with Chase Young.
No, he's not going to play. He's not going to play unless he has a contract.
Listen, DJ Reader left. You know the well has run dry. All right, we got that going on here. He got a new white friend now. Okay, his name's Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm just
together
saying,
doing damage.
I'm always going to explore the option of trading something I might not have to actually trade.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's fair. But I doubt he plays without getting a new contract. I think that's his whole thing.
I would take a rental for a 3rd rounder at a chance at a Super Bowl if you pair him with.
Obviously I'd want that to happen, but it's not going to.
Oh, mama.
He would just stay in Cincinnati. They have a chance at going to the Super Bowl as well. Like
he's got a good point.
Maybe he sees the writing on the wall, not having that contract without DJ Reader.
100%.
DJ
You just said.
Oh shit.
It is. Hey, it is what it is. I'll be 100% him too. I want to talk about because Wednesday's usually dead.
Yeah.
This shit kept rolling. Did you hear Dan Campbell speak today?
Yeah.
What?
I kind of want to do, since we're still talking about the extensions.
Huh?
The guy that was talking shit, the Bears fan.
Oh.
Talking shit on Twitter.
The one I got.
No, actual legitimate NFL credentialed media.
Fuck this
Bears fan.
What the fuck is this guy?
Chris, put up this.
That's bigger than Dan Campbell.
Put up this. Just while we're still on the topic, man. Relax. We got plenty of time.
All right.
No.
Where the hell is it? I have it somewhere in here.
God damn it, Chris.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. That would be your ass.
Go through. Give me a
Ask this guy to do
the one you already looked at. All right, let's just you know the video. You want to keep
Yeah, I'm just trying to find this tweet because I have it in here.
I want it.
All right, here's the Dan Campbell video.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What the fuck, Chris?
From 97-1, by the way.
How deep is this draft in actual good football players?
I mean, that's a good question. It's, man, depth. It's hard to say depth. Look, there's good players all through this draft, like any. It's just a matter of where they're at. How long is it going to take for them to develop some of those? But look, I know that if you get one of these players in the top 15. You're going to get a heck of a player. And then after that, there's a good little run there of, potential starters, guys you think can come in and compete to start, things of that nature, or grow into it. There's a couple of areas that are heavier than others, but we also know those will go pretty fast. I mean, this is an offensive draft. I mean, there's more offensive players than defensive players overall at the top of this. So it's interesting every year. You go through this process, you find these guys you really like, man, they fit you, and then we're going to be sitting there and you're just going to watch them fly right off the board.
All right. There's a lot of things in that video, to be honest with you. And I do have ADD, so I had to listen to it like 3-4 times myself. But the first piece I picked up from, because I've seen a lot of people talking about the Detroit Lions trading back in this year's draft. And they kind of just going with the comments from Brad Holmes. But with context, he was asked what type of offer would it take for him to trade back. Same situation Dan Campbell stuff today. I listened to Dan Campbell say that unprovoked, speaking on how many good players in this draft class, point blank period. And he kind of just told you already, it's top heavy.
Yeah.
The good guys are like the top. I think he put a number on it, 15, which is, by the way, where me and Spinney said they are going to flirt with the trade. Could be around 12 or 15. I'm just saying. But I feel like this, I don't know, feels like more of a trade up. And again, I'm not saying they will. But if they're convicted, like Brad said multiple times in his presser, if they're convicted about somebody, that he's going to be a good player, convinced, whatever word he used, he's definitely used convicted. But I can see him trading up. Granted, what he just said, it's top heavy. There's only 15 guys that are like elite or really good players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you guys taking that away too? Or
yeah, dude, they can do whatever they want with what Dan Campbell just said and what we know that they are comfortable both trading up and trading down in multiple rounds of this draft. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either way. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions don't make a pick tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions make 2 picks tomorrow. Like, anything is possible with these guys. Kevin Garnett, like, you can go up there and get some guys. We know that there are teams, I liked in your mock draft, you had them trading up to 12 because the Broncos are there at 12 and they don't want to reach for Bo Nix. You can get Bo Nix at 29. And we go up and get, I don't know, I think you had us draft Latu. You go up there and you get a Terrion Arnold. You get a Jared Verse, a Latu, somebody that you know is going to be an impact player. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade up. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade down. And I don't care either way because it's going to be the right decision, whatever they do.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, what'd you take away from Nick?
Yeah, if he says there's like a list of 15 players that are top-tier talent, that really stands out to me because I've been saying all offseason is I want another blue-chip type defensive prospect to pair with guys like Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, I would even put DJ Reader in there now. But to make this defense be able to match this offense, or at least get to the top 15, because if we have a top 15 defense, I believe we're in the Super Bowl. That's where I'm at with it. And there aren't as many defensive elite prospects, so you are going to have to go up and get it. That's kind of what I took out of that.
And again, it's not anything out of the realm where, and I don't have the chat in front of me because my laptop's broke. Cash App, Mazaway 31. You don't fix that problem. But it's not anything out of the character for him to go and do, because we saw him do it with the Jameson Williams situation.
Mm-hmm.
In a situation as a franchise where you probably needed the more picks because you weren't Dick. You drafted number 2 overall in that draft class.
Yeah.
But you used your draft capital, you moved up and grabbed the guy you were convicted by. I think the same thing here is, like, especially when I grab defense. And here's the thing, though. They're not going to grab needs. I really don't. Unless there is a guy they're strongly convicted by, that just so happens to play on defense, they'll make the move. I really see it. And 12, for me, just makes sense. Matter of fact, I think in my mock that I did today, and I don't know if we get to it today. Maybe we have to. Today's the only day to get to it. But I'll put it on Twitter if not. But number 12, the Broncos, I made this case beforehand, too. They don't have a single second-round pick.
No, they don't.
They have so many needs in that roster.
I heard they were going to draft Spencer Raxter, though.
I did hear they're going to draft Spencer Raxter as well.
HR nightmare.
But they want a quarterback.
No.
Named Bo Nix is the rumors.
Yes.
That's not a guy that you're going to take at 12.
That's not a 12.
I mean, you can if you want, if you're convicted, I guess, using
you're
the same language, but you could get him later.
Yes.
Absolutely can get him later. Trade back at 29, grab at 29, get your second-round pick, throw us a 6 or whatever the hell it needs to get done, and then we can grab whatever defensive piece we need. I have some information regarding that, too. Because our boy Broder was speak with Terrion Arnold today.
Yes, he did.
And Terrion Arnold was asked point blank, because Detroit Lions met with him previously. I'm ready to die. They said, hey, if the Lions wanted to get you, they're probably got to trade up, right? Is that something they said they're willing to do? And Terrion Arnold, in quotes, responded, it's classified information, he said with a smile.
Bro, that's crazy.
I'm just saying. And again, I don't have the video to give the context, like the smile and the way it was said. But that's fucking, I mean, I just wouldn't be surprised, guys. I really wouldn't. Do you have a preference, by the way, of trading back or up? Or
I mean, I would preferably trade up. If it comes to it, I would rather trade up, because I said it before. I'll say it again. This team isn't the Lions team of 3 years ago. They don't have 12 holes to fill on defense and offense. Like, they've got maybe 1 or 2 spots where you really, really need someone. And those 2 spots, the biggest positions of need, are edge rusher and cornerback. And so for me, you're going after a Super Bowl next year. It is Super Bowl or bust next year. So if you trade up to get an impact player at the cornerback or edge rushing positions, I think that is the best case scenario, personally.
Yeah.
But if Brad Holmes doesn't do that and decides to stay at 29 or move back, you know a lot more than I do, Brad, so I'll respect it.
And I know personally, I've been saying a lot too in verse and wind that edge, because I just don't know if a corner you move up to grab him if he's not going to start for you right away. But talking to Broder again today, because he's down there, I think it was the Michigan Special Olympics Clinic. A couple of the draft guys went out there to support.
Shout out Jamal Charles.
And he was around everybody. Broder was around everybody today. J.C. Latham,
Yeah, he had some
Caleb
good quotes
Williams,
with Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
He spoke to everybody.
He basically said, like, Malik Neighbors is a Dan Campbell guy. Like, Broder asked him, like, he said Brian Thomas Jr. is a Dan Campbell guy.
Brian Thomas Jr.?
He asked Malik Neighbors about
he
Brian
doesn't
Thomas
talk
Jr.
much.
He's like, yeah, he doesn't talk much. He's just about that action, goes out there, plays hard.
Well, that's why I asked Broder point blank, like, hey, you're down there, you're next to these guys, you get a feel, like, get the vibe, like, what type of guys they are. Who had the most aura? Because these are all, like, top 15 picks. And the answer was Terrion Arnold.
Bro, the kid's gonna be fucking good. If we could grab Terrion Arnold, I would be extremely, extremely happy.
Also, Dan Campbell said, I don't know if you guys heard, he's a stronger offensive class than defensive class. And I've been telling you guys that. Not that anybody was
Offensive class?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, best tight end to come out in years.
Come on, get off
Oh,
it.
my
You're doing tricks on it.
It's true.
You're doing tricks on it.
It is true. The best tight end to come out in years.
That's
Amazing
crazy because Sam Laporta came out last year.
Amazing wide receiver prospects.
Disrespect.
My
Italian brother.
Brock Bowers is a better tight end prospect than Sam Laporta.
Yeah, I got your fucking tight end right here, buddy. Hey.
But like I said, the tight end littered with great talent at wide receiver.
Marvin Harrison.
A bunch of quarterbacks going to go in the first round. A bunch of offensive linemen going to go in the first. Yeah, it's a much better offensive class, I would agree.
Well, get the likes up. Go up to the phone lines, 269 likes. Where we at?
We are at 211.
211.
Hey, pretty close.
Look out.
Pretty close. You had to force Nick to do his job for once.
269 will open the phones, and we'll beat up Nick. All right, but first, let me tell you about Fire Law.
Getting muted.
After an accident, people need to hire a lawyer more than any other time. So make Fire Law your first call. 1-800-A-WINNER. That's 1-800-A-WINNER. Their team of trial lawyers will get you the money you deserve. Fire Law. All we do is win.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30-plus years. Over 60 brands of nutrition with experts to help you. Same-day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. www.premierpetsupply.com. Shout out to the Bulges in the chat.
Shout out to the Bulge.
Bulge Army, baby.
Hey, welcome back to the Woodward Wise Guys.
Oh,
hey,
what are you talking about?
Hey.
Right. So we were trying to get you something earlier, and fucking little Chrissy over here couldn't make it happen. Little Chrissy
open your
got his shit together. We go, oh, hey, get this all off my screen, huh?
Go.
Oh, but little Chrissy found it. He found what I was talking about. We got some guy from Chicago trying to talk about it. What is this? This is a Brian Perez from the NFL. He says, Lions now have the highest paid wide receiver and offensive line in the NFL. The window is going to close real quick, huh? Better maximize this magic carpet ride. Hey, Brian Perez, let me tell you something. You can lick my left testicle, buddy.
Lift it first.
Just the left one. The right one you don't get, just the left one. Because guess what? That stupid piece of shit Mike Greenberg said the same thing. When are you old-ass fuckers going to learn? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? When Brad Holmes is up there with a pick, the window's open. When Brad Holmes is walking to the podium, the window is open. You know, these 2 first-team All-Pro guys that just signed the richest deals for their respective positions, they were both Brad Holmes draft picks. So what says he's not going to replace the other positions with more first-team All-Pros? Newsflash, asshole. It happens all the time. Like, come on, man. This is annoying. It's overplayed. Get out of your ass. The Bears aren't there yet. You guys are going to be choking on the scrotums of Lions fans for the next 10 years in the North.
Pissants.
Oh,
what I gotta fucking do this for? The Bears suck. Listen, I want to say this so for though. I guess I could say I'm the exact same on the Lions side of things, but like the national perspective of it, these Bears fans, they just don't hide their bias at all whatsoever. Is fucking disgusting. All right, it's worse than my Nona's fucking lasagna. I hate it.
Leave Nona out of this.
Hey, I'm sorry, Gabagoo. Hey, but listen,
not the lasagna.
They don't hide the bias. Like you can't say that. Who was just in the Super Bowl this year representing the NFC?
I believe it was the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, the 49ers.
Oh.
Hey, guess who? The highest paid running back, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
One of the highest paid left tackles in Trent Williams.
Yeah.
One of the highest paid receivers in Deebo Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
Like
one of the highest paid edge rushers in Nick Bosa. One of the highest paid linebackers.
What are we doing?
I don't know, man. These guys just
they're
just yapping. You're just yapping.
They pull it out of their ass, throw it on the wall and call it a fucking take. It's garbage. You Chicago fucking sports guys just like your team.
Get them out of here.
Ass. Fuck sakes. Don't get me started.
unbelievable. The Bears crazy hype and the Lions hate.
Hey, where's your fucking accent?
When I don't have one. To sign 2 cornerstone players that were first-team All-Pros and that are under the age of 25, that is just borderline ridiculous to say that about that team. And the fact that they set the market so these deals, when the cap keeps increasing, these are going to look like good deals, without a doubt.
This guy's literally looking at a team that just signed an extension to a first-team All-Pro they drafted in the 4th round and saying, yeah, your window's closed. I don't know how you'll get good players now. You fucking draft them, dingus. Like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid, to be honest with you. Like, the team that was just in the NFC, or I got a Super Bowl representing the NFC, has some of the highest paid players at the position. Matter of fact, and I don't know if I sent this or not, Chris, but I came across this graphic. Adam Schefter put it out. No, 33rd team initially put it out. And it was like the highest paid lineman, and I definitely didn't send it. Dude, the Eagles have like 5 of them, or at least 3 or 4 of them. Like, let's not play stupid. Let's not play stupid. We know there's void years. There's all these financial loopholes they have when you have a Mike Disner on your squad, which we do. Like, let's not play stupid. It's just dumb. And we also have Hendon Hooker, who might come in and, be a starting quarterback on a rookie deal. I'm just saying.
D-Town Heat in the Woodward Sports Chat says they won't be the highest wide receiver and offensive lineman for long. Other NFL massive contracts will follow. For sure. You got Darius Shaw. You got Wirfs. You got Slater. You got Higgins. You got Ayuk. You got Chase. You got Jefferson. Like, these guys are going to be the highest paid player at their position for a whole, 3 weeks. Like, it's not going to be – it's like, you remember when Matt Stafford got signed and he highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and then, 2 months later, Matt Ryan signed and he wasn't the highest paid quarterback.
Bro, again, one more time.
That's what happened.
Penei's contract is so fucking beautiful because, again, they could have reset the market with Wirfs. They could have reset the market with Slater once more, and then again with Darius Shaw. We beat him to the punch.
That's what.
Because we had to beat that 3 times.
I just saw Micah Parsons. They opted into Micah Parsons' 5th-year deal, so that's why I was like, sign Hutch right now.
Yeah.
Get that done before Parsons gets fucking $35 million a year.
Nick, they are upset that you're rocking the mustache.
It's Samia. That's all I got here. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
You paisan, you never seen The Sopranos?
Come on.
I've seen you guys do it, but it's
hey,
Samia.
I have to think mine. Shout out to my Sammy. Sammy at Suburban Ford. Shout out. Because he's the Sammy Vantaggio.
Sammy Vantaggio. Oh, that man's got some good mozzarella.
He's so good. I'm like, what, you have he's like, yeah, my mom's side talks like that all the time. Like,
come on, Nikki.
I got nothing for you guys in here. We need to take him out back and take him out.
That was good. Oh, put him with the fishes. Give him some concrete boots. You know what I'm saying?
Chrissy, what you got? Huh?
Oh.
Bro just stubbed his toe in the booth. What the fuck are we doing?
No, fuck the Bears media. I don't. Even the guys that make it to national. Adam Rank is one too. Obviously,
we know how you feel about Adam Rank.
An ongoing one-way beef.
Yeah,
very one-way.
That is one way.
He called for the smoke. All right, he should expect these type of things to be said. And hope he means they're lighthearted, kind of aggressive, but lighthearted.
I don't know if you could say what you said lightheartedly.
Dude, it's just his grandma.
It's just his grandma. And lasagna is trash.
I want to get back to something, or when we get back. Actually, let's go early.
Okay.
You about to early come back to mock draft, or we got
okay.
a couple things we could do here. Oh my God, the Kaner stuff today.
Yeah, I don't want
too
to
early
talk
for
about
that.
Yeah,
that was
maybe at the end.
I have no clue how to read that. All right, we're gonna break early. Tell us about Glorious.
Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash pre-roll, now with diamonds, constantly creating the best cannabis experience. They do it with that perfect boost coming from added pure THC diamond dust, allowing flowers only the highest terps to make the best even better. So check out Glorious Cannabis at your local retailer or visit them at gloriouscanna.com.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
I'm walking, everybody's asking me, what's the best deal around town? It's Dispo Dispensary. What are you talking about? They got the best deals. They're your local cannabis plug. I went Latino there for a minute. They're your local cannabis plug for a reason, guys. They got the best deals. They'll match every deal. Pull up. Get your discounts. You're senior citizen. If you're in school, college school, you got to be 21 and up to go. Dispo Dispensary is your local cannabis plug. Fucking nice, guys.
Oh.
Not pressing the like button. You want to call and talk shit to me? You better press the like button, buddy. Which one do you got, Chris?
The one you just put in there.
Oh.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, kind of. It kind of ties to what we said beforehand. It's the trade back scenario. We talked about the trade up one. This is a quote from Dan Campbell from that same interview. Mm-hmm. I know you guys played this one on BD or showed this one on BD. You want to read that for me, Spinny?
Yeah, of course.
A Swedish accent this time?
No, Ethan's can't read. Oh, you want me to? Swedish accent?
Whoa.
Yeah. If our guy's not there, we will move back. So I'm just preparing the fans. Be ready. You'll never know what's going to happen here. So I'm a Swedish plumber. I've come to fix your pipes. But that's, it's the whole board is open to them.
Yeah.
Every opportunity for them to move in this draft is open, whether it's forward, backwards, sideways, or doggy style. They can do whatever they want.
Sideways is underrated.
And sideways is underrated.
Very
Hey, you know what? That is.
Let me hit that.
Carry on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's like top
they're
3.
missing. They have a big gap of picks. They have like a 90 pick gap between, I think, their second round pick
73 and
the
160.
third round pick.
Yeah.
So
Third and fifth.
Yeah, they don't have a fourth round pick. So there's like a 90 pick gap. We know Brad Holmes cooks in those mid rounds. So I would not be surprised to see them move back, grab a couple picks there, and still get one of the guys that's at the top of their boards in the early second round.
I like to parade when I'm right and all the time, but you can't set anything in stone for draft.
No.
You just don't know what's going to happen.
I kind of want to set something in stone so the opposite happens. They are going to trade back. 1,000% the Detroit Lions are going to trade back. So you could take that to the bank, bet your life savings on it. I know Brad Holmes better than anyone else. There's no chance in hell he trades into the top 15.
He's his mistress.
Huh?
You're Brad Holmes' mistress.
I'm Brad Holmes' mistress.
You be pillow talking.
Yeah.
No, but you just don't know what the board's
good
going to look
cuddle.
like when it gets to your pick. Because so much crazy shit happens. Like guys freak out. They want to beat another team to a certain player. We talked about this, I think, last week with the Lee McNeil stuff. Like we moved up, sniped Lee McNeil ahead of the Eagles. Mm-hmm. They were pissed. Like you just don't know what's going to happen in this draft. So you can't put anything concrete in stone. Even if you know who you want concrete in stone, someone might jump up and grab them ahead of you. Pillow talking with your mistress, who has a sports show.
The thing I keep going back to is the fact that in that Carlton Davis trade, you got back that extra 6-rounder. I feel like it's very safe to say those 6-rounders are getting packaged and some type of move up is happening in the draft. And I mean, historically, he's coming into his draft right now with 7 picks. He pretty much operates between 7 or 8 picks every draft in Brad Holmes. So he's going to do some wheeling and dealing. He's going to maybe move back in the first to get an extra, then move up later, or move up later, then move back. Like he's gonna make movements. So I think you could just count on that.
Yeah, we saw last year was the most trades in NFL draft history, and I think it's going to be pretty similar this year because there's going to be a lot of people who want the. Sorry. There's going to be a lot of people who want those. There's going to be a lot of people who want some of those quarterbacks. So there's going to be a lot of movement in the first round, and that loads people up with different ammo to move up if they want someone else in later rounds. I think there's going to be a lot of movement again in this year's draft.
For sure, they're going to grab something in that, like, 3rd to 4th. I don't see them waiting until the 5th. There's just no way.
Do you think it takes like an early 2nd rounder and maybe like a 3rd to get up to that 29, or how much do you think it takes? Because it's all about what you're getting back. Obviously, it has to be good value, and we know if we get enough lottery chances with Brad Holmes, he's gonna hit. I mean, you think about the 2nd round last year, Brian Branch and Sam Laporta, he smashed it out of the park. So if we can have 3 chances in the 2nd round, if we can pick up a couple seconds, or say a 2nd and a 3rd, I'm not opposed to it, because I do have faith that Brad Holmes can find that player that can really help this team, but it's just not as sure as a thing as going up and getting one of those blue chip type guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I assume 12 is like a prime time spot for almost anybody to trade up, just because the
guys that slip out of the top 10.
Mm-hmm. On top of, again, they just need a lot of picks. They need to restore their roar. I mean, Broncos don't have roar, but they got to get a lot of picks to restore that team. And they want to get their Sean Payton guys. I just don't see why we'd stay put for one guy at 12 versus fill out the rest of your roster. Especially when you're as like egotistical as Sean Payton. Like, don't forget the shit he was talking about. Who was the previous Nathan something? Nathan No, it was Daniels. Peters?
No.
Whatever.
Hackett?
The previous coach.
Oh.
Yes.
Nathaniel
Hackett.
Nathaniel
Great job, Chris.
Good shit, Chris.
Good
Hell
job,
yeah.
Chris.
Gold star.
Let him cook. Regardless, remember Sean Payton was talking shit about it. Like, yeah, man, this guy fucking sucked. This guy, Nathaniel Hackett, couldn't do dick.
See that you are one.
Essentially what Sean Payton was saying, and like to have that type of like, I guess, arrogance about yourself to speak that, and then have as bad of a season as he had, he's gonna want to like turn that around right away. I don't know if a single player is doing that at 12.
No, one player at the 12 spot is not going to change the Broncos franchise. And there's not even going to be a quarterback there worth taking at the 12 spot. So, yeah, it makes sense if the Broncos trade back, because you know they're going to be in the top 5 next year. So that's where you can bank on getting your quarterback, honestly. I would trade back and get as many picks as I can if I was the Denver Broncos.
While we're talking draft day trades, you know, I know we've talked about moving picks and all that, but do you see any scenarios, we kind of talked about this earlier, of players that are on the Lions roster already that could be shipped out for draft picks or part of trades, or vice versa, these draft picks being shipped out for players that are actual under contract right now? Do you see any of those moves happening?
I think Brad wants contract. Or I'm sorry, rookie
Picks?
deals.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he wants the picks.
I think so too.
You just have more control that way.
You could probably get a first for Matthew Betts.
Probably like top 10.
I don't know if that's a move.
Maybe bounce like top 5 for Matthew Betts. I mean, I'm willing to part ways.
I don't know.
I'm willing to part ways. I just, he's been doing it a long time now. He's Matthew Betts.
I think he's that piece. I don't think.
You think they signed Jake Bates?
Who?
The kicker from the Panthers.
So did you see that thing about the?
He's got multiple invites to camps or whatever.
So Stanford had a pro day. There's only one guy there as a kicker.
Yeah, and the Lions were there.
Lions were there.
Yeah.
And he's been in Detroit a little bit early, hanging around Little Caesars like headquarters and whatnot.
Well, pick 29.
Count it.
Get her done. I wouldn't be opposed. I mean, yeah, Jake Bates that'd be awesome. I mean, that'd be great, to be honest with you. People should start paying his mortgage right now so he stays in Michigan and makes the commitment to the Lions, at least through camp, so for some competition.
We could have someone from the Illich family burn his house down. So never.
That was definitely
make sure you don't leave.
Definitely an inside joke.
Relax. I ain't. That's you. It's him saying that, not me.
That joke was sponsored and written by Eazy.
It was straight off the desk. It would be nice to not have to use capital on a kicker. That's why I would want to go the Jake Bates route. But when it comes to trading back out of this first round at home in Detroit, all hundreds of thousand people, just think about how crazy Friday night would be if you have like 4 picks.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun. I can wait a night if that's what happens.
I selfishly really want to see Maz's reaction if we draft a kicker like in the 2nd round. I feel like he'd start like crying or something.
He'd mail himself.
He'd be so happy.
Maz would absolutely mail himself. The Lions drafted a kicker.
Oh, they're winning the Super Bowl. Oh, they're winning the Super Bowl.
He'd be crying.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I'm not even joking. He would get that excited.
He would. He really would.
Genuinely would get that excited.
Nobody cares more about kickers than Maz.
For no reason. Absolutely no reason.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely no reason.
The thing Maz cares most about in roster construction is kicker and backup quarterback. It makes no sense to me at all, but I love the guy.
All right, we're at 249 likes. I know I said 269. Do I stick to my guns? Or
open them up.
We're one away from the initial 250.
They've been good to us.
Eduardo, you've been asking for 2 weeks.
ECL.
Right. Pick up the phone.
Spencer, didn't you talk about the cost to move up on Big D? In my honest opinion, we are better served by gaining mid-round picks. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not mad about it either way. Giving Brad Holmes more ammo is never a bad idea, but I do think this team is only 1 to 2 players away. And so I think moving up to grab somebody who would be an instant impact player on this Super Bowl roster would be my personal move. But who says Brad Holmes doesn't get instant impact players on a Super Bowl roster in the 3rd round? Like, we've seen him do it before.
Yeah, Dion and I, we do the streams on Tuesdays. We did the last one last night. Obviously, we're done our show. Go through and check that out. But I moved up to I think it was 15 or 12 in that one. I think it was 15. Actually, no, 19. Either way, I moved to 19, and the trade chart is better at 875. You can get there. If I'm not mistaken, the Detroit Lions pick at 73. That's our 3rd round pick. That's 225. And also, next year's 3rd too. I would do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I messed it up. Our 29, that 3rd round pick, I think it was like some like 6 or something like that. To go over that 875 guy at 19.
I would do that. It depends who falls, though.
He said there's, 15 premier guys? Mm-hmm. Well, you got to think. Those guys might fall to that 19 spot because you have 4 or 5 quarterbacks going.
Yeah.
In that same
Easy's
round.
mic is muted.
Oh, is my mic muted?
Damn it, Nick.
I think it's when I popped off mains. I don't know. Dude, all the settings are all fucked up in here. All right. Jesus, now I'm flustered. All right, back to the desk, boys.
Yeah.
Basically, what I was saying is Dan Campbell said there's 15 premier guys in this draft class. But with the 4 or 5 quarterbacks, I mean, one of those guys is a quarterback, Caleb Williams. Well, 4 or 5 of those quarterbacks probably going before then. They could fall around that 19 spot.
Yeah.
And then you can still keep your 2nd rounder. Is Xavier Legette? Maybe. I don't know.
And that 15, those 15 guys are probably 15 different guys than other people are looking at. Like Brad Holmes' 15
now there's someone else's.
Is way different than...
Without context, it sounds like
those 15 guys
are different from other people.
They're different guys. No, but Brad Holmes' 15, his top 15,
yeah.
probably look way different than other GM's top 15. So if the guy falls down to 20, you might see him scoop up.
Which wasn't he saying last draft, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there only 6 guys? It was a really small handful, right? Was it that when we were trying to guess the guys that they were interested in? Did he say it was only 6?
He did. I know I called one of them.
Interesting. You
did. Dr. Detroit, shout out.
You're my best friend
He says, what you guys got to say about Goff not getting signed? We talked about it a little bit earlier. Yeah, a lot of ha-has, a lot of pointing the fingers.
I think it's only a matter of time, honestly.
I was on camp for that one.
Oof.
My life's over.
Yeah, that dude looked back. It's.
Oh, did he? It's definitely one. We got a caller?
He was blown a kiss, and the dude looked back.
Did he really? Hell yeah, I should go out there. Who do we got in the line?
We got Chef on the line.
Chef,
you're live on air.
What up, Doug? Can you hear me?
What up, Chef?
Man, chilling. So I just have a couple things, man. First of all, I just want to know, why did y'all try to besmirch my name live on air like that?
Easy can't read.
You confused me with Chief? You confused me with Chief? Come on, man. I'm the one that called Jahmyr Gibbs the electrician. Come on now. You got to give me my credit. I need my public apology. Come on now.
All right, hang up.
What's up, Chef? No more calls.
The other thing I want to say is I can't wait until tomorrow, man, so we can stop all the speculation about are they trading up, are they trading back, are they staying put. I just want to know who Brad Holmes is going to get so we can just start welcoming them to Detroit, and we can start, you know what I'm saying, get them in training camp, get them in all the rookie OTAs, all that stuff, man. That's all I want to see. But trade up for Jared Verse, though.
I feel you. I feel you, Chef.
I'm with that.
Appreciate you calling.
That's all I got, y'all. So
sorry for calling you.
Peace out, man.
Sorry, Eazy can't read, Chef.
I just couldn't see it. That's all.
But yeah, I'm with him. This is what it is now. It's not, oh, they better pick this guy, they better pick that guy, or I'm gonna be pissed off. No, it's, are they gonna trade up? Are they gonna trade down? No, they're trading up. They're trading down.
Yeah.
Like, wait, it'll be fun while it's all. And I can't wait for the draft to be over to get all these stupid motherfuckers out of my city that cannot drive and don't know how to fucking park. Shit's pissing me off.
Fair.
I'm seeing dealer plates.
Where'd you learn how to park, Jay-Z?
Yeah, what the fuck, yeah. You're not in Jersey no more. We know where to park around here. You take up 2 fucking spots, I'm going to slash your tires. All right.
I was actually going to ask a genuine question. Like,
I did see a
kinda
couple
lost there.
baddies in BMWs pulling up to the old hotel over here.
Ben Johnson says we're trading up for an edge/cornerback. Start the train.
I like it.
Woohoo!
Dude, they call me Runyon, said the Runyon 99. I mean, yeah.
That was JB.
That was JB.
That was,
And now it's just who you are.
Now you're Runyon.
Now you're just
Sorry,
Runyon. It's like Funyon.
I knew what I was
gets
going
here
to ask.
runs.
And maybe I can save it for when we get back. But Neil was obviously teasing the trading, or not trading up, but staying put and taking the tackle. The guys obviously in mocks, and we don't know if it's going to go that way. They've been like Amarius Mims, Tyler Guyton.
Mm-hmm.
Does that do it for you? I mean, are you cool with that?
At 29?
Yeah.
I got hit with a poop spell. Some of these guys did shit. No, I mean, there's other guys I'd rather have. I don't really think offensive tackle is that big of a need. If Jackson Powers Johnson is there, I'd rather have him. If Xavier Legette is still on the board, I'd rather have him.
Brandon Dillinger, tomorrow's the draft day. I need to get my shit together. Brother, where you been? How you just not realizing? I'm sorry. Carry on.
Matthew Kruger says, Spencer, none of you idiots can drive, period. Is that like city people? I can drive. I'm a good driver.
I think it's trying to say like city idiots.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
what I was thinking. Dude, I got to.
All
All
right,
right, we got a couple callers that we'll get into. We got loaded lines. Shout out Len of the Plug. But let me tell you about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service to customers who come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford today. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together.
The BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! I love Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full-line merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed-out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The boys and girls of Southeastern Michigan and the Jerome Bettis, the Bus Stops Here Foundation, is proud to present this 3C Sports Conference to educate, inform, and inspire players, parents, and coaches in our local communities. Featuring impactful speakers like Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, and Adam Schefter. That's from April 24th today to April 26th. Make sure you guys pull up for that one. And for more information and tickets, scan the QR code right next to me. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, join my guys from Rex.
What up, though?
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Loaded lines.
Loaded lines. Let's knock them down, boys.
Shout out the fellas for getting us to 269 likes. We're going to El Gato off rip. El Gato, welcome.
El Gato! The cat.
Hello?
What up, though?
Can you guys hear me?
This is some
Yes,
type
sir.
of fucking prank call. What is this shit?
El Gato.
Well.
Oh. There we go. Hello.
Gato, can you hear him?
El Gato, we hear you talking in the background.
All right, we're
You're
moving.
live on the air.
We're fast paced. We're going to Detroit Chase.
Sorry, El Gato. Detroit Cheese.
Hey, what's up?
Chase.
I just calling in. I just want to talk about the cornerback and trading up for it. We originally we're talking a lot about L'Jarius Sneed in the offseason, and he's someone who got drafted in the 3rd round, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I think like moving up for a corner isn't a big need. I think we could easily find someone 2nd, 3rd, 4th round to slot in, ends up being a big impact player. So I think we got a lot of different options. I think best player available is the best way to go. I'm man enough to admit I wasn't a big fan of the Jahmyr Gibbs pick last year, and that proved me wrong. So, I mean, I'm just kind of taking my hands off the wheel. Whatever Brad, whatever Dan want to do is good for me. So don't want to take too much time from the other callers. Shout out, you guys. Have a good one.
You're the man. Appreciate
you calling
man.
in, brother.
And it sucks for content because, like, reactions are a thing that do well on all across the internet.
We got to force him now.
Yeah, I can't. Even if I don't like the guy, I still know it's Brad Holmes taking him, and I can't be pissed about it because I'm always gonna like force myself to see the other side of it.
Yeah, shout out Detroit Cheese. It was
what a name.
It's Detroit Chase, but
he's
Detroit Cheese now. Yeah,
awesome.
He's right. You can't argue it. You can't say anything now. He's gonna go best player available, like Mr. Cheese said, and that best player available is gonna be different than who you think the best player available is. And Brad Holmes knows more than anybody else.
Mr.
Nick,
Cheese.
who else we got? Shout out Cheese.
Chester Cheese.
Yep, we're going to test this one out one more time. We are going to El Gato, the cat.
Gato, how you feeling, brother?
Fight.
What's up, boys?
What up, man?
I can't hear you, but hopefully you can hear me. Yo, I think they trade back because Brad and Dan kept preaching all offseason that they need depth. They need depth pieces at all positions. So I definitely think they go O-line. We got to get the tall X wide receiver. And then after that, I don't care what they do. But I think somebody came on your show or Neil's show, a guest, and said there's 91 picks between the 2nd and 3rd round for the Lions. That's a lot of picks in between.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're absolutely right. That's a great point for, I guess, why would they trade back for the depth versus like grabbing somebody that can play right now.
Shout out El Gato.
I think when you say put, though, you can still grab somebody that ends up being depth because, like, if one of those offensive linemen fall to you, as good as they are, they're not going to start. We have our starting offensive linemen.
Yes.
But you're right. I mean, in terms of, like, wanting to fill depth around everywhere, I think, yeah, you would. But
shout out El Gato.
Good everywhere outside maybe cornerback.
If you get 2 picks in the beginning of the 2nd round, like 2 high 2nd round picks, you very well could get one of these offensive linemen we've been talking about and one of these wide receivers we've been talking about. Because not everybody's going to be a 1st-round pick. So some of those guys are still going to be available in the top of the 2nd round. So I'm not mad at that either, El Gato. I would not be mad at that situation. It's Brad Holmes' world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, I guess the other part of that, too, I guess we could stem from this after we take the next caller, though, is like, what are the positions where we lack the most depth? I'm wondering too. I'm off the top of my head,
Cornerback.
safety and corner. Yeah. Who else we got, Nick?
Yup, we're going to Ronan99 in Lansing. Ronan, you're live.
Ronan, the legend, tennis legend. What up, man?
I heard it cut in for me.
How you feeling, Runyon?
I don't know why we're going through all this dither about trading up, trading back. We're going to trade, but we're going to trade with Denver for Patrick Surtain, that CB1 we need. Take 29. We'll toss in a 3 for next year. You know Sean Payton will go for it. Don't even want to hear any argument about it. And the other thing that people have to understand is that if you're going to be on the call, you can't actually listen. So I'm passing that along as a public service because that's like, what the freak I do. So anyway, guys, good show. Good job. It's a fun day to be a Lion. Just get trash for the next 2 days, man. It's just going to be party Detroit Rock City starting tonight. Think about that. We got like a 5-6 day party coming, man. I love it. All right, love you guys. I'm out.
Love you too, Runyon. Appreciate
Good
you
man,
calling in,
Runyon.
brother. And you heard it here first, folks. Set in stone. The Lions are trading for Patrick Surtain on draft night. That would you talk about Mayo myself. Oh my God.
That would be.
I would be.
That'd be crazy.
Unstoppably bulged.
Yeah.
It would hit someone near me. It would, yeah.
Not big enough for that.
Yeah. It'd like poke their leg. Be like, whip that.
Did you drop a pin?
Yeah. Sorry. No, that was my penis. No, it's dude. Anything is possible, dude. Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible.
Position of depth for you. Our corner is obviously one.
Position of need or position of
just depth. We need like depth at
offensive line.
Yeah. Sorsdale.
Sorsdale.
That's about it. You're right. Offensive line is a position of depth. They're probably. What if it's gonna be like a boring ass draft? 'Cause it's all like
I've been outsmarted.
Linemen.
Yeah, could be. I mean, offensive linemen aren't a sexy pick, but there's going to be a lot of them that go in the first round. There's a lot of very talented offensive linemen in this draft.
Shout out Ben Johnson's Johnson with the bulge.
Shout out Ben Johnson's Johnson. Shout out the Bulge Army. We got anybody else, Nick?
Let's run it.
Nope, not right now. And
Give
shout
me
out
my
Mike
mock draft.
Hillen.
Throw up his mock.
Pull it up.
Not.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Mailbag afterward.
Watch it all fall on.
Here we go.
You know, our
Hold
Nick's
up,
mock
hold
that
up.
couldn't make it here.
Damn, bro. Zoom in, man.
Okay.
Fucking blind.
I wish you guys were here for the Maz Hook days. Yeah, we put up a picture of Brand Jacobs. He's like trying to come back to the NFL as a tight end. And Maz put in like a picture of him as like a topic. Like, look how good shape he is. Look at him. Look, zoom in, Easy. Zoom in. And we're like, yo, Maz, pause, man. What's going on?
Let's see this mock.
This is the final mock that I made on my lunch break today at Suburban Ford in Ferndale. If you guys need a new whip, I can get you anything you need. Hit me up. Anyway, number one is obvious, Caleb Williams. Number two, Drake May. Although Jaden Daniels came out and said that there's no beef with he and the Commanders, he'd be willing to go there.
The Durs.
So number three, I took Jaden Daniels. What you said a wow. What's a wow from?
I'm taking Jaden Daniels over Drake May.
You're taking Daniels? Okay. I think we had this conversation before in the past.
But the Durs probably would.
Marvin Harrison Jr. goes to number 4 to the Cardinals. Number 5, that's where I see the move made for J.J. McCarthy. And it's obviously the Vikings, what everybody kind of speculates right now. He's in a perfect situation to be insulated with the Vikings versus almost any other team. I think the Vikings are the best situation for a rookie quarterback. Maybe the Bears come close. But the Vikings are pretty damn good with J.J. and freaking, who they grabbed last year? Addison,
yeah.
Moving on, number 6, different from my past mock drafts, but I took Rome Odunze. I've come to appreciate Rome Odunze more than I have in the past. I used to have Malik Neighbors here at all times, but I think Malik is a little bit more, maybe a little too aggressive to have the patience with Daniel Jones that you need. So I took Rome Odunze. I think he's a little bit more mature and handled Daniel Jones and his moments. Yes, Durness. Number 7, people like to get cute here. They like to take Brock Bowers. I think that's crazy. I think you get your young quarterback alignment and protect him. Joe Alt, grab him, keep him upright. He obviously has potential. They have multiple receivers because I know they have DeAndre Hopkins, but they also signed Ridley that I also kept forgetting about too because the receiver's there. That's also a spot someone could trade in, trade out of, or trade back from. I apologize. Dallas Turner 8, that's a lock. Fashanu. When they asked Caleb Williams today, shout out Broder, again, getting this footage from the Michigan Special Olympics event. It was, it sounds like a diss, it wasn't, but they asked Caleb Williams point blank, what would they like to grab? What would you like the Bears to grab at pick number 9?
Yeah, when he was at the special.
Yeah, it sounded like kind of weird. I was like, He was covering the Special
Weird
Olympics
flex, but okay.
clinic.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
It wasn't meant that way.
Shout out Jamal Charles.
Either way, Caleb Williams, point blank period. They're asked, if the Bears take you, who do you want them to take at number 9? He said, Alonu Fashanu. And I made this pick.
He said that.
Literally.
Wow.
Bar for bar. Said that. And I took him. He said that he'd protect me with his life. If not him, if he's already gone, he said one of the top 3 wide receivers. But yeah, I made this move already because I think you just want to keep Caleb Williams
that's a good pick.
upright regardless. Malik Neighbors did fall at 10. I wanted to take one of those offensive linemen here, but I just couldn't pass up on it for the Jets. That
would be so nasty.
It'd be dirty. It'd be filthy. It'd be disgusting.
Aaron Rodgers would mayo himself.
Brock Bowers is a Charger. If I'm locking anything in for the draft, it's that. Jim Harbaugh loves the 12 personnel. You guys know he's like the old school style of football. We watched him here at Michigan win a national championship with it. Give him Brock Bowers. He can move around. Latu, number 12. But who took him?
The Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Wow.
Moved up to number 12 to acquire Latu, edge rusher out of UCLA. I think he's the most pro-equipped in terms of his bag. He's decently athletic. I'm not going to say he's not athletic, but he's good enough. I just don't think it concerns me about him as a strength, but I think, again, on this defensive line, you can put almost any of these top 3 guys in this
What'd
class.
you have to give up?
I gave up. My laptop's dead. I was a second rounder, though, on this one.
All right.
Because I was trying to get it done. It was on lunch break. Quinyon Mitchell, the Raiders. Byron Murphy, the Saints. Terran Arnold, the Colts. He was a Colt. Michael Penix Jr. at 16.
To the Hawks.
The Seahawks. They have his offensive coordinator from Washington. He's there, the new Seahawks offensive coordinator.
That's true.
Fuaga, Batanu, Newton, Graham Barton. I mean, anything else is kind of like
Barton.
Chalk. Actually, Brian Thomas dropped pretty low.
Brian Thomas dropped to the Cowboys. I don't like that.
Jared Verse dropped to 26.
Jared Verse dropped to 26.
Jared Verse dropped to 26.
Donnie Mitchell to the Bills makes all the sense in the world.
How about Mikey Sancho, 27?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Jonathan Gann, defensive coordinator. Mikey Sancho, dog. Makes sense to me.
Maybe. We do got to go to break, though. Remember, Spend More X Speaks is an episode coming out at 7 o'clock, so go watch that. But first, tell us about the morning show, Nick.
You want to start your day right. It is with Wake Up Woodward. Why the fuck do I sound like this? Woodward Sports is a new morning show. Start your day with Wake Up Woodward, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports Network. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports, sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Birch.
Bonjour.
Arrivederci.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweight.
Dominic DeCoco.
I am Eazy, joined by Spin More X. Mailbag, by the way, guys. Get your questions in.
Orlami.
I saw a question that asked what I gave up for that to move up to 12. It's actually very little. It was literally 29. I think a third and 6, I want to say.
Orlami.
I screenshot it, but like I said, my laptop is broken.
DIA.
So
we got a caller. What we got, Nick?
Give me one.
Yep, we got Matt up in Caseville. Matt, you are live on the Woodward Heavyweights.
Fucking lit.
Is Caseville the cheeseburgers? Bro?
Yeah, Caseville's.
You guys hear me?
Hey.
Yeah, how you doing, Matt?
You just cut off.
Fun fact.
Hello?
Matt, we can hear you, brother.
Hello? Hello?
Matt, they can hear you. Just give your take.
All right, I got you. All right, I know not many Detroit fans will like this much, but would you consider trading Jared Goff for a first-round pick, a third-round pick this year, and a conditional pick next year, and then drafting Joe Milton to back up Hendon Hooker as he starts for the Detroit Lions and takes us to the Super Bowl? Love you guys. Go Lions. Draft the cocaine. Talk to you later.
Love you, Matt. That is definitely some cocaine involved in that one.
Cocaine.
You're not trading Jared Goff after while you're trying to go on a Super Bowl run.
I did have someone text me last night. I was like, hey, my boy's client said that Jared Goff came to his work and said he's getting traded. I'm like, where's this guy work that Jared Goff just randomly walk in and be like, I'm getting traded?
Just
like,
walks out.
Where the fuck? No. I told him, I was like, can you tell that guy to please fuck off for me?
The only
I mean, no, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm not a big Joe Milton guy, but obviously I think Brad drafted Hooker for a reason.
Appreciate you calling, Matt. Cheeseburgers in paradise.
What is
that's Caseville, right?
Yeah, it's
cheeseburgers in paradise. Cheeseburgers, and it's all right.
My buddy's dad is in that band.
Jimmy
That
Buffett.
does the Jimmy Buffett.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. He
in
died.
Caseville, he does the
cover.
The cover
Dude,
band. He's
tell him
in
to hook us up. We'll go fucking bang cheese.
He's in Jimmy Buffett's band or the cover band?
cover band. That
So you're bragging
goes
about
to
him being in the
that
cover
goes to Caseville and does this.
Cheeseburgers in paradise.
Yes, it is a flag.
Cheeseburger, baby, it's all right.
It is
Per Eric
100%
Cartman.
it.
Per Eric
Caseville's
Cartman.
awesome.
The only people who like Jimmy Buffett are frat boys and alcoholics from the South. Spellmore Speaks. New episode coming out at 7.
This guy.
Make sure you go over there, like it, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Helps a lot.
Caseville, awesome place though.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Stop.
All right, boys.
You're a horrible at singing.
That's what he sounds like.
Nick knows the guy.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, I know him. I don't know him.
No big deal, but I know the
all
guy
right.
that covers Jimmy Buffett's band.
Okay, he goes to Caseville. It's a massive band that does it. You guys are the fucking
My
worst.
dad's a backup singer for a
Have
cover
some-
band of Jimmy
Have
Buffett.
some respect for
Hey, yo, my
Dwayne
dad, my
Harlan.
buddy's
Shout
dad
out.
plays the tambourine in the cover band. It's fucking awesome.
He got his own triangle solo.
Hey, yo, if I
He's
got
a
you an
goat.
autograph you want.
That's
He's
the
a
guy
goat.
He'll sign you cheeseburgers.
sells
the lines at
out,
clubs.
sells out crowds. You guys
Sells
are
out a
smoking.
crowd.
You guys
and
are
it's a bunch
smoking
of drunk
crack.
people eating burgers.
You guys
Yeah,
are
they don't
smoking
even-
drugs.
All right.
All right, put your
I
put
met
your-
with a French girl at a cheeseburger festival, like 20.
Like French?
2012.
Like, oh,
French,
easy.
Did you have a
Beautiful dark-skinned girl
barbecue?
from
Did you have a
France.
barbecue stain on your
I
white
made out with a
t-shirt?
Frenchman.
All right, fellas, we got 3 minutes here. Everybody, we're not going to be on tomorrow. What is your prediction? First round for tomorrow, Detroit Lions. Call your shot. Let's see it. Spend Mo.
I think they take Jackson Powers Johnson at 29.
All right.
Not opposed. Not opposed to that. I think they take.
Screw you guys. I'm going.
I think they take.
Burger in paradise.
Nah.
I think they take Charlie Chapman out of
You
UCLA
coward.
of UK. I have no clue, bro. I have zero clue.
Stamp
Coward.
something.
Xavier Leggett, your Detroit line.
There we go.
Okay, 29 I take it.
Yeah, Chris, what
All
you
right.
got?
They are trading up for Terry and Arnold.
Nick, you proposed. The question was your answer.
The Detroit Lions. Let me get this real quick.
My uncle knows a guy.
The Detroit Lions select
for the cover band.
Kool-Aid McKinstry at pick 29. Kool-Aid is a Detroit Lion. That's my pick at 29. That's what I think is going to happen. They said they met with him 3 times, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
All right.
Yeah.
Not
I
doing
like
that
it,
for no
boys.
reason.
Anything can happen. Appreciate you all for watching. We will not be on tomorrow, but we'll see you for the draft. Make sure you smash that like button, share the stream.
Okay, one last thing. Jared Goff and Detroit Lions are reportedly not close on a deal. Ha ha!
Yes. Peace.